Your very first word is aloof. Everybody say that as loudly as you can. Aloof.
Aloof.
You can be louder than that. Aloof.
Aloof.
Thank you. Here's how we spell aloof. Hold on. Yeah, good. I'm glad you saw that. Okay, it's A-L-O-O-F. Aloof. Here is, so make sure everybody has this written down. Here is your sentence. Okay. So flip it over. The aloof student sat all by himself at lunch. It's a him. What part of speech? Part of speech. Think back to 6th grade. Parts of speech. Noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, all that good stuff. What part of speech do you think this word aloof is? If you had to guess, if you're looking at the sentence, seeing what it's doing in this sentence, what part of speech do you believe this word aloof is? Let's see. Hattie.
An adjective.
Hattie, you're right. How did you know it was an adjective?
Because it's describing the student.
It's describing the student. Okay, I'm telling you something about the student. I'm describing the student. So above the word aloof, I'm going to put A-D-J in parentheses. So I can see it in the sentence. It's there, and it's functioning as an adjective. A-D-J. Okay? So if you're reading this sentence, if you're reading a book and you come across this sentence and you're thinking about, I don't really know this word, what might your guess be about what this word means? What might your guess be about what this word means? Thank you, Ryan.
I think it's like alone, like kind of like geeky or something.
It has nothing to do with being geeky. And there's nothing wrong with being geeky. Alyssa?
Lonely?
It means being alone. You were right. You were right the first time, right? It might be because they're lonely. It might be because they're choosing to be apart. But the word aloof means apart from others. So in my definition, I'm going to put apart from others. Apart from others. Okay? Now here's the fun part. Okay? What you're going to do is you are going to put your pencils down for a moment, and I'm going to read you a little story that will hopefully remind you of the word aloof. Are you ready? Al sat on a roof of a house. Poor Al. He refuses to even look down at the people below. He's been up there for hours, and on the roof is where he wants to stay. He has completely removed himself from all others. Al has chosen a strange way of setting himself apart from everyone else. So Al is on a roof. Al on a roof, aloof. He's apart from others down below. Get it? Ha ha, knee slapper, hilarious. Here's your picture. So you're going to draw a little house. Okay? And our poor little friend Al, who's just feeling a little sad and just kind of wants to be by himself. Okay? And then down here, Julia and Wendy are like, come on, Al, come on down. We want to hang out with you.
Do we have to write those names?
No, you can do whatever you'd like. It's your picture. Whatever's going to help you picture the word. Aloof, Al on a roof.
I'm going to say Al, don't come down.
You want to stay up there?
Yeah.
Okay, that's your
It's
prerogative.
getting a little annoying anyway.
Al was getting a little annoying anyways.
Yeah.
All right, well, maybe you need some time alone, being aloof.
Okay. On the roof.
And then, once you're done with your work of art, you are going to flip your page over again. And underneath the sounds like, you're going to write a roof. Okay. And then you can put that one off to the side, and I want you to grab your vocabulary card numero dos. Hear that Spanish? Woo! Numero dos. Okay. And your second word of the 2013-2014 school year of excellence is antiquated. Everybody say that as loud as you can. Antiquated. Antiquated. Well, that was a little excessive. But thank you for your enthusiasm. A-N-T-I-Q-U-A-T-E-D. Antiquated. Okay. Let me ask you a question. What word that you probably already know do you kind of see in this word antiquated?
Anti.
Raise your hand. Kelly? Antique. Antique. So I want you to think about that while we're going through this word. Okay? Here is your sentence. The antiquated clock from 1812 just recently stopped working. Now, you're coming across this word as you're reading something, and you're like, I wonder what part of speech that is. And someone out there is going to help me with that question. What part of speech do you think this word antiquated is? Take a look at what it's doing in the sentence. Kayla. Excellent. It is an adjective. Okay, it's describing the clock. So I'm going to write ADJ and a little parenthesis right above it. Fantastic. Now, based on kind of our context clue here in the sentence and that word that Kelly told us this word kind of looks like, what do you think this word means? Antiquated. The antiquated clock from 1812 just recently stopped working. If you had to guess, Katie.
Like old and antique.
Too old to be used. Outdated is a really good simile for antiquated. Okay, so we'll do too old to be useful. And then I'm going to do a semicolon and write outdated. Antiquated. Okay? Here's your story. An extremely old woman named Auntie Katie, antiquated Auntie Katie, lives in an ancient house with an antique furniture that's falling apart. Nothing in the house seems to work anymore. Even her dog is so old it can barely stand up. Everything in Auntie Katie's house is antiquated. Okay, so Auntie Katie, antiquated. Her house is falling apart. Her dog's really old. So let's draw Auntie Katie here. Okay, make sure you draw a cane. And she's really old, so she has some glasses as well. Her eyesight used to be 20/20, but, you know, things change. Here's a bun on top of her head. Okay, and then I'm just going to draw some wrinkles there. And then I'm also going to draw her dog here. Okay, here's her dog. And her dog, it like just really can't even stand up. Okay. And then Auntie Katie's like, I'm old. Okay. Yeah, I'm not an artist. I'm not an art teacher. I did my best. So what do you think you're going to write for your sounds like? What are you going to write for your sounds like if you had to guess? By quietly raising your hand. Sounds like. Sounds like, Kelly. Auntie Katie. Yes, let's remember what our job is right now, guys. I see lots of side conversations happening. Okay, let's remember what our job is. Okay, so you're going to flip it over. And underneath your sounds like, you are going to write Auntie Katie. Okay. Auntie Katie. Now, you are going to transition to your third word of the day. Okay? And your third word of today is rectify. Everybody say that nice and loud. Rectify.
Rectify.
Thank you. R-E-C-T-I-F-N-Y. Rectify. Here's your sentence. The fight was so bad, I didn't think I could rectify our friendship. What part of speech is this word? What's it doing in the sentence? Colton?
Verb.
Colton, you're right. How did you know it was a verb?
Well, in the sentence, like rectify, trying to do something, it's an action.
Yeah, it's an action. She's trying to do something. She's trying to rectify the friendship. So I'm going to put a little V above the word rectify to remind me that's a verb. An action word. If you had to guess, what do you think this word rectify means? Rachel, what do you think?
Like, kind of maybe fix or like bring back their friendship.
You got it. Fix. Okay? To fix or to repair is what rectify means. Good job. To fix, and then I'm going to put a semicolon. To repair. So here's my story for rectify, and this one is my favorite one of the day. Okay? You and some friends are hiking in a field when you come across an abandoned barn. Kind of creepy. Inside is an old, broken down airplane that has 2 sets of wings, but the wings are broken.
What happened?
The plane is a wreck. So you ask your friend, do you think we could ever get this wreck to fly? Get it? You ask, if we work together to rectify all the problems, we could get the wreck to fly. Okay? So wreck to fly, rectify. So I'm going to draw a plane. And I apologize in advance for my artistry.
It should be broken.
Yep, here's the broken wings. This one, the wing just completely fell off. So you draw little windows. And then you can draw like a sad face because it's broken and maybe some tears. So we have aloof. We have antiquated, and we have rectify today, and I challenge you to use those words today as much as you can. Okay? Oh, you need to do your sounds like as well on the other side. Okay? Wreck to fly. Okay? So make sure that you add that.